Do you work? Because prep does. And if you are out here living your life, dating, traveling, and having fun, your protection should be working just as hard as you are.
I've built my entire career on protecting people and their futures. You don't want to wait until something goes wrong. You got to plan ahead.
And that's why Q Care Plus makes so much sense. They connect you with real providers, they offer labs at home or in person, and they make getting care simple and respectful.
No confusion, no stress. That's a smart protection.
They meet you where you are and make healthcare feel easy instead of overwhelming.
And that peace of mind is everything when you're busy living your life.
Protect your future and protect your best asset, you, with Q Care Plus.
Woohoo!
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of My Friend, My Soulmate, my podcast. It's yours truly, Christian Gray Snow. And as always, you know what? I love having an OG with me, but today, I got an OG from the East Coast with me today. The OG of the OC, she's in the Kodo office, but make no mistake, joining the little family van is the iconic, the one and only. I like to call her my friend, and she's honestly, I would say, hands down, top three. Maybe some would argue the most iconic Real Housewife of all time. And she's the nicest person ever. She's joining me today. And that is Teresa Giudice. Hello,
Oh,
Teresa.
thank you. Oh my God, that was such a good. Who would argue that what were you saying? So some would argue.
They would make points for it. They will say absolutely she is in the top. She's in the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would consider myself definitely in the top also.
Listen, Teresa, we all know that all housewives have lovers and haters, but even those who may not agree with you no one can deny your impact at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, no, but thank you. Thanks for that welcome.
Of course.
Yeah,
Good to
listen,
see you.
I want to put out there, like, I feel like you should treat people the way you want to be treated.
Hmm.
So that's why, everyone that meets me always says that to me. And I'm like, yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. You got to get to
Yeah.
know someone. You can't just go by, what you see on TV. Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's, it's a different situation. Like I'm not saying that it's not real, but when you have people coming after you and attacking you, it's different.
It
Then
causes a different emotion in you than maybe
yes,
normally
and
some would see.
it's
Yeah.
not the real that's not who you really are,
Hmm.
because if someone kept poking you every day, you would react differently, right?
Yeah. But
Exactly.
it's like, and as someone that is the real you in the sense that, like, if someone in real life was coming at me that consistently and that frequently, this is the result that they're going to get.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's not the person I want to be. Like, I don't like, like I want to have fun. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm excited for season 15.
Yes, we're going to talk about all that. We have so much to catch up on, and I figured let's start with the girls. Because I feel your four daughters, they are all getting older now. They all are having these lives of their own. But I mean, last I heard, Gabriella was living overseas, studying abroad. Gia, we all know, is a huge reality star in her own right now. Her podcast is blowing up. She's busy on Bravo. So tell me, what's the latest with the girls? Is anybody graduating this year? What's going on?
Yeah, so Gia moved out. Yeah, she's done
Yes.
it. Yeah, she just wrapped Next Gen. She wrapped
Yes.
season 2. Yeah, so I'm
Good.
excited to see that. Yeah, she's doing amazing with her podcast and everything else that she's working on. She's definitely, amazing. Like she tells me I inspire her. She inspires me. So I
Oh,
love that we inspire each other. Gabriella, she's studying in Barcelona.
she's still
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yep, she's still there. And matter of fact, I met her for spring break. I
Love
met
that.
her in Florence. Yeah, so I saw her. So it was good to see her because I haven't seen her. She left in January.
Yeah.
So it was
Wait,
nice.
what's it like? You're used to, at this point, you've had, three girls move out of the house to college, and well, now Gia moving out. What's the difference in them going away versus going away internationally? Did that stress you out at all?
Not with Gabriella because
Okay.
she's amazing. Gabriella
Yeah.
is pretty amazing. Like, she's the best person to go on vacation with. She does all her research. And like I went to Florence, she knew exactly where to go, when we had to go, and what time. Like she's the best person to go on because I do no research. I'm that type.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like to go with Louie because Louie's the same way. When we go, he plans everything out. He's like a Gabriella. Louie and
Yeah.
Gabriella are very much like I just want to show up. Yeah, I want everything done for me, and I just want to show up.
Sure, he's like,
Yeah.
tell me what time to be at the airport, and I'm good to go.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tag
it.
along for
Yeah.
the rest.
Yeah, like, I don't need to be in control. Like, I like someone else, like, making all the plans, like yeah, because it's just that's a lot, but, like, she's so good at it,
Yeah,
and so,
I
yeah.
love that.
And
And
then
Melania's still in Florida, I guess, right?
yes, Melania's in Tampa, and, yeah, a matter of fact, I wanted to see her I wanted her to come and meet us, in Florence, but she went for her spring break, she went to Puerto Rico. She split it, Puerto Rico and Punta Cana. So
Oh,
that's where
nice. Look
she
at
went,
her.
yeah. So that's yeah, so you could follow her on TikTok. She's amazing on there. She's like this her
Funny as
con
ever.
like, do you see her content?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, my poor baby, and she broke her foot.
God,
Yeah, she's walking around with like a boot on and crutches.
they say that ankle and feet like injuries are like the most painful. They say.
Yeah, she has to go for a CT scan now. Yeah, it happened 2 weeks ago. She doesn't even know how she did it. I was like, "Oh my
God.
god." Yeah. And then Adriana, she's a junior, and yeah, so she doesn't graduate till next year.
Wow. So all the college prep stuff is either in full swing or will be for sure this year, right?
Yes, we're doing all that. Yes, she has a college taking her SATs,
Oh,
and yeah, so she's on it. She's so good. She's another Gabriella. So
really? I was gonna
yeah,
ask if she. Okay, cool. Does she know
yeah.
where she
So
wants to go and all that stuff?
she doesn't know. Like I think so. Definitely warm, not cold.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
she's moving like the other girls did. Or Gia stayed in Jersey, I think, but
Oh,
all the
Gia
other
stayed
girls
in
moved.
Jersey because she thought her dad was going to come home
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
That makes
she
sense.
wanted to study abroad. She wanted to go far away also, but she thought her dad was coming home. So she
Yeah,
wanted to be home when her dad got home.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why she stayed in Rucker. That's why she stayed locally.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, the girls are always going to be keeping you busy, but another thing that has been keeping you busy for quite some time and will continue to is the Real Housewives of New Jersey because we finally got confirmation from Bravo after what felt like 10 damn years of rumors circulating online and random blog articles and all these things being on Dumois, everything that all these random versions of the cast and who was coming back and wasn't coming back. We have confirmation from the network that you are returning for season 15 of Real Housewives of New Jersey as a full-time cast member. You will be joined by Melissa and Dolores and a few other faces who we have yet to be determined. We do not know exactly who they are yet, but just so excited for you. I'm all about the OGs and the legacy of an OG, and you will now be joining Kyle as the two longest running consecutive OGs. So y'all will both have 15 consecutive seasons as OGs under your belt. I think that's definitely worth being proud of, but I want to get in your head because I know you're also very careful. You never want to you obey the rules. You don't want to say things you're not allowed to say. You want to respect the network and their decision-making process. But what was it like for you in your head and inside getting that confirmation? Like, okay, you're finally good to go. You're back for Jersey. What did you feel?
No, I was happy. Yeah, just because I've been asked to do other shows on
Huh?
other networks and I couldn't do them because I'm tied to Bravo. So,
Got you.
yes. So it's like finally, like, because it's like I haven't worked in 2 years. So it's like
That's a long time.
I mean, I'm grateful that Bravo allowed me to do Special Forces because that was on Fox 5.
For
'Cause,
sure.
anytime we get asked, to do other shows, we have to ask for permission.
Totally.
And so I got asked to do two other shows recently, and Bravo said no. And they were
Oh,
they were on two different networks.
really?
Yes. So
Damn.
yeah, so I couldn't do them.
Bittersweet because it's like, look, it sucks that you can't do it, but it's like at least you're on. It's good to always be on people's radar and to be getting the request. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
So I was
it's
like, oh. So it's like, because I'm not, not that I'm saying I want to work. Yeah,
of course.
I want to work. Yeah, it's been 2 years. So, I have 4 daughters. The daughters are expensive. They really
College
are.
ain't cheap.
No, it's not. And girls are not cheap. Girls are
That
more
part.
expensive. I mean, I don't have boys, but I see my stepson so easy. He really
Yeah.
is. So easy. Girls like Louie's like, "Oh my God." Like he's like, "I've never seen so many packages come to the house." And the only one that's home is me and Adriana. So
Oh, he's
yeah.
like, there's only so many people it can be.
Yeah, and little Louie we call him little Louie, like my stepson. He doesn't there's not that many packages that come for him,
Yeah.
you know?
That's
and my
so funny.
husband either. So yeah, so girls are high maintenance, you know?
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I wanted, and two, so whenever we got the confirmation, Bravo confirmed it online on Instagram that you three were back. How soon before Bravo puts the news out did you find out this particular round?
Yeah, I got the call just because yeah, I was kind of annoyed that I couldn't do the other shows.
Yeah.
So they kind of yeah, so I found out and then yeah, and then they made the call. So what was the question again? What was it?
Like how, like, do you find out like the same day that they post it in public, the public? Do you find out the day before?
No, pretty much the same day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much the same day because you know what? They don't want you telling somebody else and
It
like
getting
I knew
out.
I was
Yeah.
obviously I knew I was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when they announce it exactly. So
Got
I
you.
knew I've been known I was coming back. I just didn't know when, you know.
Yeah. Got you.
So yeah,
The
pretty much
logistics of
when
it
they
all.
announce it, that's when everybody else finds it. Pretty much when they tell us, and it's like kind of the same day. It kind of was the same day.
That's crazy because I mean I feel like y'all's excitement is really just intertwined with the audience.
Yeah,
I mean
because
you're
they
really
don't
looped
want,
in.
they don't want you to tell somebody else, and then that person
Totally.
gets it out there. So, and that makes sense. I'm fine with that.
I always tell people too, like I do everything I can to avoid spoilers and leaking things. Like I'm just not in that realm. Number one, I've worked in production, so I know what a heavy lift it is to create something and how many people it takes to go into doing that and making these decisions. And it's disrespectful at the end of the day to cut them at the knees, but also too, like, I was actually having this conversation with a friend. We just get so much spoiled online now, not even with people trying, but just even if you ladies are out filming and there's somebody at the restaurant and they take a couple
Right.
videos and we see your outfits and stuff. We didn't even get that back in the day, really. And so we just get so much freely handed to us now as far as the show goes and during production. I welcome any and everything that can be a surprise and that can
Yeah,
be
and I
fresh,
think it's better to be surprised. Like that's why,
Yes.
like I don't like that's the same. Anybody tries to call me and ask me anything, I'm not like, oh my God, especially because of what happened in the past. Like, not,
Yeah.
yeah, like not talking to. But anyway, people lie too, so that you
Mhm.
can't believe everything you read online. Like I just saw today that Larsa's pregnant. I sent it to her. She's like, everybody's been sending that to me. She's like, it's a lie. So guys, you cannot believe everything that's out there. It's lies. Unless you
My
hear it from
gosh.
our mouth or you see it play out on the show, you can't believe it. You really
Yeah.
can't. So
Wow.
yeah, that's why people like yeah, and then I think a lot of people they're out there trying to make a buck and like trying to put like fake
I don't know
stories
how
out
people
there.
monetize the lies like this. That part I've never connected, but clearly there's something that I guess like posting it on Facebook and stuff and getting the article
Facebook is
clicks.
the worst. Facebook has so many lies out there.
They have the AI articles now and stuff. That's
Yes,
crazy. Like they
yes.
generate the
So
fake pictures and all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
yeah, unless you hear it from, you know, unless you hear from my mouth, then don't believe it. Yeah,
That
don't
part.
believe it. Yeah,
If
because
it isn't from Tree or from Bravo, don't believe it.
exactly. Unless you hear it from Trey, it's don't believe. No,
I love it.
exactly.
Can you tell me about, and I know you said like you knew before they announced that you were back, so I'm assuming, probably Dolores and Melissa, they all probably knew as well, but what was that first conversation like, with your brother and Melissa, where y'all all acknowledged that this next chapter of, the show did include both of you again,
We didn't really talk about that. We just know
Okay.
that. Yeah, I mean, we all we know. We just we didn't talk about that. Yeah.
Really? That to me as a viewer is a great thing because a lot of people are always like, oh, they're making up for the show and like they're doing this for the show. And that goes, the fact that y'all are together and not even discussing it shows that is not a priority in your minds, in your relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just said on my podcast the other day, like, and I told my brother, and that's the only thing, like, if we both should not follow anybody that's saying anything negative about each other.
Mm-hmm.
So any blogs that are saying anything negative about each other, we should not follow them. So
And
we
they
should
were cool with
unfollow
that
them.
too.
And yeah, and I said, and please, if I'm following an account and you see it, please tell me, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that just shows family unity and that people know to not mess with us. Because
It's true.
people could do that in order to try to make us start fighting or like, let me send this to Melissa, or let me.
Well, and even
Teresa's
these days,
following me.
it's exactly if an account gets some tea or posts something, and then like you're the only one that follows them. It's like they're gonna based off what we've seen previously. Now people connect that even as far as content for the show goes. Now they're like, well, so and so follows this blogger, so they must have been the one that gave them this tea, and it's like
Yeah. Yeah,
and
first
I'm
of all,
sure you know
I
too.
never give anybody tea. Like that's what I'm saying. Anybody that says that I'm telling they're definitely lying because I've
Yeah,
never done that. And
yeah,
that's the thing. I don't know if they could make fake texts. I mean, they do stuff like that. I mean, they did because right?
yeah.
We do know if they did that. But
Hmm.
like I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to know nothing. Don't tell me anything because then it didn't even come from me. Like
Yeah,
really, I'm serious.
I'm oblivious to everything. Thank you.
No, because I don't like, don't even tell me then. Like, I'd rather you not tell me. Like, I like that role better.
I agree. I agree. How does it feel knowing you're going into this next chapter of the show and you will not have to work alongside a certain person that used to have pigtails?
I don't want to talk about that person.
Perfect. Well, then we'll give
Yeah.
her no time of the day. How
Yeah.
does it feel? Or is there going into this next chapter of the show? Is there anybody from your most previous cast that you're going to miss or you wish was going to be included in the mix?
Jennifer.
I think Jennifer would be a great friend of
Yeah.
on the show.
No,
Like even if she's not going to be full time, I think Jen's such good TV. She's so
she
funny.
really is. I mean, but you know what? Listen, she's good. She's so
Yo,
good. Like,
yes.
she really is. She's so good. So, and like, she's happy.
Yeah, she's
And
not one
I'm
of those
happy for
housewives that
her.
like it's the show's not her identity. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Like she's
Exactly.
absolutely fulfilled in other ways, but it is a shame in my opinion because I think that especially in the days of, where some of the relationships are so manufactured and stuff, like she's one of the few women on the show that I feel like you've actually been able to really 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 call a long time friend on
Yeah.
these years, you know?
The best thing that came out of Housewives is the friendship that Jennifer and I have. Yeah.
Tree, that's
No,
so
I
sweet.
swear that's the best thing that came out of Housewives.
Wow.
Like one of the best things.
Yeah, that says
And
a
then of
lot
course, and then doing my books, but like, it's been hard, but
for
like
sure.
that's one of the best things, our friendship, because because some friendships do get hurt being on, together on the show.
For sure. I mean, I would always, if I were ever on one of
I
these
mean,
shows,
look,
it
it
would,
happened with my family, so like it does
like,
exactly.
how could you not be nervous if there's someone you even remotely know joining your show based off what people have seen before? It's like it doesn't even have to be permanent cracks, but it can absolutely cause some rumbles in the strongest of foundations. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just the nature, the belly of the beast. But yeah, I'm really glad that, number one, not only are y'all in a good place because it really, like, honestly, like, life is just too fucking short to even carry, number one, to have that like tension and stuff, but to carry the emotions and the stress that come along with having that. But then too, like, now that the show is entering this new fresh chapter that, rightfully so, y'all are going to be the ones leading it. It feels right. It really does. So
Yes.
I'm happier for you. And how much happier do you feel? Do you feel a lot less like a lightweight, now that you and your brother are good again?
Yes, of course. This is what I always wanted.
Yeah. I saw the other day you said Louie and Joe are talking a lot too, which I love.
Yeah, they talk. Yeah, they talk a lot.
Good.
Yeah, they talk a
Love it.
lot. Well, that's
I
what I'm
know
saying. Like, to know Louis is to love Louis. He is like, everyone says he's the salt of the earth. He really
he's
is.
the nicest guy. He
I
really
mean,
is.
exactly. So you to know Louis is to love him, and I think my brother and Melissa are totally seeing who Louis really is, and they have. They're like, oh my God. Like my brother says to him, "Wow, you're really like this," and it's like, yeah. I mean, hello, I wouldn't be married to him, like, and my kids, they're very, my girls really like if
Can
he
I tell you,
wasn't
to
a
me, that
mainstream.
was always the biggest indicator was from the day one of you and him being remotely public about your relationship. There was not an inkling of questioning or negative energy or frustration from any of your four daughters to him, at least
My
publicly,
kids,
which says everything,
yeah, my kids adore him. I mean, Gabriella calls him all the time. He's like
Oh,
the best stepdad. Melania calls him all the time. Like, I miss you, Louis. I love you.
I love
Yeah. Oh,
that.
yeah, Gabriella. Yeah. I mean, especially that they're not here. Adriana. I mean, Joe left when. when Adriana was 6 years old.
Yeah. Damn.
So like, yeah, and when I met Louie, she was 10. I mean, Adriana was 10. So now Louie's been in her life 6 years. She's
Wow.
16. Yeah, it's gonna be 6 years that in July that we're together. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, Louie and I,
6 years already.
yeah, 6 years. Could you
Damn.
imagine?
I remember when you first like introduced him on the show and y'all had like those pictures, like somebody got pictures of y'all like at dinner together and everybody's like, Tree's got a man. Yes, yes, yes. It's been 6
Yeah.
years already. Damn. Wow.
Yeah, 6 years. And then, and Gia too. Gia, loves him. I mean, Gia's boyfriend was working with Christian for like, yeah, they were working together like for like 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
But yeah, so like he's pretty amazing because then I wouldn't be with him if he wasn't.
Of course. Wait, we talked earlier about Gia moving out. What is it like for you? Because I feel like it's different when a kid moves to college versus maybe moving into their first place of their own. You know, are you sad that Gia's out?
No,
How do you
I'm
feel?
not sad because I love that my kids are doing what I didn't get to do. Like
Aw.
I wasn't allowed to move out. Like I went from my parents' house to living with Joe.
Yeah.
It's like I want my kids to do what I didn't get to do. Like I grew up with strict Italian parents. It was like it was different, and like I wasn't allowed to go study abroad. It's like I wasn't even allowed to go to FIT. My father, yeah, I was not allowed to go to FIT to New
Because it
York.
was too.
Yeah, yeah. My father didn't want me to go to college, so I had to go to Berkeley College, which was 10 minutes away from my house. Yeah, so I want my kids to do everything that I wasn't allowed to do.
I love that. And
Yeah, so
and Gia
I
too.
was
Like
happy
she's
for Gia. Like I was so
yeah.
happy for her. You know why? Because she was commuting back and forth to the city. Some nights it would take her 2 hours to get home. Yeah, because
No.
traffic could be brutal. 'Cause we
Yeah.
only live 45 minutes from the city with no traffic. But when there's traffic, I had a job in the city 2 weeks ago. It took me 2.5 hours to get there. And I
Oh my
left
God.
7:30 in the morning, 2.5 hours to get there. I was
Torture.
like, yeah. So that's not fun. So
Then
by
you're
the
in a
time
shit mood when you get there to start your day.
exactly. By the time you get there, you're like, what? You're like pissed off.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm happy for it's less stressful for her. She's 10 minutes away from the city now. And I love her apartment. It's so beautiful. When I go to her apartment, I love the windows. I love
Oh, she have like big windows and stuff.
yes. And then sunset is so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, I want to like live in an apartment building.
Yeah, you're like, do they have any other units available here? I might get me one.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
want
it's
the
great.
penthouse. Yes. Yeah. No, seriously, because it's like nice living, It's easy.
I was actually having a conversation with my friend yesterday. He was like, he used to be in real estate. He's like, I keep telling everybody condo living and like high rise living is where it's at. It's where it's at these days because
Yeah,
he's
well,
like,
isn't Heather Dubrow doing that? She told me that.
they bought a penthouse in LA and then they just recently bought the unit below it. So I think they're gonna, I guess, combine them or something.
That's
But
good. Yeah.
that's what
I
her and
tell you
Terry,
the
they've
truth,
been in the
I have a
penthouse
lot
for a
of
while.
stairs in my house. I don't even want all these stairs. Like I have a lot of stairs. Like a lot of
I
stairs.
mean, just the space to upkeep, but even to like as your kids get older and maybe if they're out and about a lot or not as like, that's a lot of house to
Yeah,
have.
no,
You know what
my
I'm saying?
house is, yeah, we have a lot. So we'll see what happens. And next year, Adriana's graduating, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see. We'll see. And tell everybody else what else you're working on.
Well, my third memoir. So the last one was, so a lot has happened in 9 years. A
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, so yeah, a lot. So,
Way too much for just 2 memoirs to hold. You got to have a third one for sure.
and I think after this one is going to be, a fourth one, like in my
Yeah.
life after Housewives,
Yeah, it's different chapters of your life as they go on. Absolutely.
Exactly. So yeah, so this is, what's happened to me the past 9 years and my journey as being a housewife. I've learned
Yeah.
so much.
Has it already been 9 years since your last book?
Yes. Could you imagine? Yes. And from my last
Wow.
cookbook, it's been 15 years. So I need to come out with another cookbook. 'Cause
You
I
do
think-
need to. I miss your cooking content. It's so good. We need to get you like some TikToks, some Instagram reels of like your recipes. Get you do some fun, easy recipes, like recipes you can give your girls
Well,
when they
and
move to
everybody should check
college.
out-
You know,
I have a YouTube channel and
you do.
I did over 40 recipes on my YouTube channel.
You had
And
like
I
a whole
invest and I
production
invested
staff
a
you were
lot of
working
money
with.
into that YouTube channel, Cook with Love.
You
Cook
can
with
tell
Love
because
by
the quality of
Teresa
the content
Giudice.
was amazing. Yeah, it was
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
like Louie, thank you, Louie. That was, yeah, he like did that for me. And yeah, I hired a whole production crew and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, so
So you said you're working on third memoir. How do you know? Do they typically take you the same amount? Did your first two take you the same amount of time to write, or do you have like a free? How long do you give yourself to complete something like this?
it's been like a year. Takes like a
Damn,
year. Yeah,
really?
takes like a
And
year.
I know in previous books that you've written, obviously those were following, like Turning the Tables, of course, was following whenever you got to come home. I believe your parents had passed at the time that you had written Turning the Tables, but like, so a lot
Yeah,
of times
Turning the
writing,
Tables I wrote that when I was in prison.
okay, but it came out when yeah, okay, yes.
Right. And then
But
Standing Strong.
yes, God, I can't even keep up with them all, Teresa.
I have it right here. I have it in here.
I
Standing
got one of your cookbooks back here behind me somewhere. Where is it at? I can't find. Right here it is. Boom.
that's right here. Fabulous is
Look at
Fast.
there.
Look, I have all my cookbooks in here.
Good.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
have all the pictures in here.
I love that. Well, I want to so everyone talks about when you write a memoir, it can be emotionally draining experience because you essentially are reliving and vocalizing all the emotional parts of your life or that chapter you're talking about. Was this one maybe a little easier as far as emotionally than the other ones because it was following? Because I felt those other ones were
No, I
covering
mean,
such
because
tough chapters,
the last 9 years have been really rough for me also. It's like, I mean, when you watch 20-Year Ultimate Girls Trip, you'll see. I can't wait for everyone to see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away. So you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
So, and
Interesting. Wow.
it's my journey it's pretty much my life, the past 9 years. And, the readers have inspired me because my fans, they come up to me, they always tell me, like, thank you so much. You've helped me get through difficult times in life, watching what you've gone through. So it's basically, telling my life story and everything I've gone through. And how they always say, like, always listen to I always tell my daughters, moms are always right.
Dude, they are. And it's
Right?
painful to admit sometimes. I'm like, my mom is always fucking right. Like,
Yes.
and the more you don't want her to be right, the more she is right.
So and you know what? And every time I tell my daughters, and after I'm like, wasn't I right? They're like, yeah, Ma, you were right. So because we've gone through it already, so we don't, listen, you guys, everyone can learn through my mistakes or through my lessons, and like, yeah, so
Or even just resonate. Just know that, like maybe
exactly.
someone's lost a parent and they're going to read your book at the time, or they've read your book at a time that they were going through that. And they thought, that's exactly how I felt, was that anger or that confusion or that, it helps to feel similar, to know that your
Right.
emotions are similar to that of someone else's in a similar situation, to know that your feelings make sense.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm
that's what
saying?
life's about. Like we all inspire each other. Like, I could read something that could inspire me and it could help me go through a situation. And that's what life's about. And life's about learning lessons. And
Yeah,
like I thought I was
100%.
done learning my lessons. I'm like, really, God, I still have more lessons to learn. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you keep learning lessons until you leave this earth.
Well, they say whenever that moment comes that you cross over into the afterlife, that the transition is literally the realization of like what your purpose was and what the lessons all were to teach you. And like you have that moment of, okay, it all makes sense now. So I really think you say you learn lessons until you pass. I think that is the point. We learn lessons
No,
until we
it's
have
true.
everything till we need for it to make sense. And then we move on to the next,
No,
the
it's
next life.
definitely true. So if you think you know it all, you don't.
You don't.
No, you don't. You learn lessons all the time.
So
Yeah.
true. Well, talk to me too, because you're busy, busy, busy. Like I said, we have a restaurant on the horizon as well. And you were talking about how you're proud of Gia and stuff, but I think this is so special because y'all are kind of working on this together. So this is something that y'all will share. So tell me about it. What's the opening date? All there is to know.
Yes. Yeah. So Gia, and then we have our partner, Gia's partner Maria, and then of course I'm going to be helping run it, and they're going to have a lot of my recipes. Um,
Yes.
that are going to be served at the restaurant. And what's great too is that Gia's partner, Maria, she's Italian also.
Okay.
She's Sicilian. I'm Napolitan. So yeah,
Love
so
it.
it's good. So I'm excited about that. And I think we don't have a date yet because we don't want to put a date on it and then, like, you
Well,
know,
that kind of stuff, there always are changes. You can't predict stuff.
exactly with
Yeah.
construction and everything else like that. So sometime I think in June. So
Okay.
listen,
Yeah,
it opens, everybody's gonna know about it. So
for
I'm
sure.
excited.
If you have to do like a big grand opening
Of
party, and I mean,
course, of
that would be so
course.
exciting. I can't wait to see because I've told you I've been dying to eat your cooking for years. So like, if I got to come to the restaurant to get your recipes, I'm gonna do it. So do
Yeah,
you
well, you
know?
could you could also come over for dinner. Yes,
Well, you
yes.
tell me the date, I'll be on my way.
Okay.
But do you know what recipes will be included, or if you had to pick one or two that you had to have included on the menu, what they
Well,
would
I
be?
mean, when we sit down with the chef, that's when, we'll narrow that down. Because
Got you.
like it's gonna be the title of like, because the language always changes. It's new Italian cuisine. So
Okay,
yes, when we
nice.
sit down with the chef, then we'll go over like what we're gonna put in it, what we're not. So, because he's gonna be cooking all the meals. So yeah.
So this is again perfect time for another cookbook
Yeah, I mean,
with the
that's what I said. I mean, please, there's so many recipes because all the recipes that I put out there is all recipes I learned from my mom. So
yeah.
now like going, now I've been cooking now for so long. So there's recipes that I made up myself. Just when you know how to cook, you know what to put together. So I have
Totally.
like, there's so many recipes I have. And now that I'm married to a Latino, same thing. Like I like Italian infused Latin meals.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
a whole other like platform of culinary cuisine that you can dive into.
Yes.
Yes. I love it. Well, let's talk quickly too about I know we can't talk you can't say anything that will, spoil anything, of course, and Vicky's been very, very careful on this podcast too. But just talk to me about the experience of filming something so nostalgic and special like Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip for the OGs. Being a part of it with other OG housewives, women that have given have put forth as much work, as you have, and just you share that experience with them. What was it like from finding out you were doing it till the day you're wrapped? Tell me what you can tell me.
No, it was like I was proud to be on that cast with all the women that I was on there with, powerful, strong women, yeah, that have put their lives out there. And I feel like, we all have. I know I remember, I've seen Vicky's gone through so much, Kyle,
Luann's got it, she's
Luann,
yeah.
yeah, Portia also.
Portia's been
That
through
was
it, yeah.
like I have to say, all of us, we formed a bond that's unbreakable. No, no,
I love
I
that.
swear, I swear.
Because Vicky kind of shares the same sentiments. Like she says that she loves you ladies. She says y'all are in a group chat. Like she said,
Well, I
she
wished
just seems
everyone
to
a
really
happy
care.
Easter yesterday. I was the first one to wish everyone a happy Easter, and then everybody else
Wow,
started, chiming in, which I love. No,
that's
I
so
really,
special.
because I don't have sisters, so to me, I'm a girl's girl, and I love making friends. I really do. Like I don't have a lot of family. Like and like and I'm a good friend. Like and I, yeah, no, I really am, and I think you've
That's so
seen that
sweet.
because we've hung out.
For
So
sure.
like I'm pretty easy to get along with. I really am.
I love that because I mean, look, we all love the drama and the pettiness and the silliness, but I think that the whole point of Girls Trip is like it needs to just be a nostalgic, fun look at trip down memory lane, and to see both, you and Vicky, who I've talked to, have really nothing but wonderful things to say. Like Vicky's just expressed gratitude for being a part of it. She did say it was exhausting. She said the production was very demanding. Like y'all were filming a lot for 2 weeks
We
straight.
were. Yeah, we
Yeah,
were.
but she
I mean, it was a lot. We had to pack a lot. Like it was just a lot. Yeah,
she
I
took I think it was
remember.
like 8 suitcases or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think I had 5. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. And yeah, it was a lot. So,
Did you or do you think there's any of the ladies that you kind of bonded with the most or like became pals with?
and then also Lisa Barlow.
Yeah, Barlow.
Yeah, Lisa Barlow. Yeah.
She's so funny.
And Lisa Barlow too. Like, so, because how long has Giselle been on?
They just wrapped their 10th season.
She's been on 10 years.
Yes, Potomac has been on 10 years already. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, she's been on since season 1?
Yes.
Really?
Day one. And
Wow.
like her
Well,
and
listen,
Ashley.
see, so then, I'm happy for her. Like, did she get divorced on the show or anything like that?
She was divorced before she got on.
Good for her. So,
But he was kind of involved because they almost got back together, which.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. When I was filming, I didn't watch Potomac that much. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I didn't watch TV that much because I was busy, working. I've been watching TV the last 2 years because I've been, I've had more time on my hands. No, for real. Like I just watched Beverly Hills. I never watched TV. So yeah,
Are you
Beverly
watching
Hills.
this season of Beverly Hills?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've been texting with Kyle. Yeah, because I never really watched other seasons, like other franchises, 'cause now that I have the time.
Is it weird watching from from sitting in your seat, like someone who's been a part of it in another franchise? Like, how do you feel watching other cities do what you do?
They have to entrap me. Like I
Really?
have to get enticed. Otherwise I lose interest.
So you got to get pulled in quick.
Yes. Otherwise, then I'm just like, I can't. Yeah. But I have to say this year, because I've watched other Beverly Hills seasons and it didn't, but this year I kind of was enticed.
Yeah. Dorit, because Kyle's my girl, but I love Dorit too. But seeing them, watching them fall apart I hate it.
Yeah, and see, this is my point about that's what I hate about what happens on Housewives. It's like when good friendships fall apart.
Like they used to do family trips together, them, their kids, their husbands, and it's like now they can't even sit across the dinner table without.
And now it's like when they should be together because now they're both getting divorced.
Now's when they need each other. Exactly.
I know, and now it'd be so fun to hang out. I know.
Exactly.
See, that's sad to me too. Yeah, but I don't know their whole dynamic. See, I don't know that they were. I mean, obviously I heard that they were really close.
Wait, did you see the episode with Erica and Dorit going at it?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay. Well, if you were filming cast trip or not cast trip, and y'all were forced to basically wait until 3 a.m. at dinner for someone because a cast member was late, what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, you need to watch our show too. So. But the thing is, 20-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's why, who was always like, I can't give it away. You just got to watch our show.
So you had somebody who was late, got you.
No. But it was not, I can't now. Don't put that in there.
You're good. I'll mark it right now. Yeah, you're good.
Anyway, so about Giselle, I want to make sure I didn't say nothing bad, right?
You didn't say anything bad at all. No,
all right,
I promise.
Make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you have to add the Lisa Barlow. And Lisa Barlow's amazing. Yeah. So I would say Lisa Barlow, thank God, and Giselle. Did Lisa Barlow have a heart on her show?
She would tell you she did. Yes, but I think her hardships are different.
She's good. Lisa, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. She's great TV though, yeah, for sure.
So so I mean, that's the thing. I don't know Lisa's story either. So Lisa and Giselle are the ones I didn't know the most.
Okay, got you.
Their story, just because I know Portia, she went through a divorce. Now I know what Kyle's going through. I know Vicky, because being on the show for so long, everyone knows my story. I just didn't know a lot about Giselle and Lisa Barlow. But yes, I made I love the girls, love them. And so, but I don't want to give it away. So I can't wait for everyone.
I do. I think that's going to be one of the best things we've seen. I think that Bravo and production.
Me too. And I'm
really do.
I'm really happy to be part of that cast. I'm really just so happy.
That gives me chills. We're going to end on that note because we love ending on good notes. And I think that I said at the end of last year, I was
I'm grateful to be part of it. I'm and I love to be all the women were so, love to be with them. They were powerful. And can't wait for the show to come out and everyone to see it.
I always tell Vicky, I'm you have to remember, I was you are such a part of a very unique small group of people in the world that got an opportunity to join this silly project that became a, pop culture phenomenon.
Exactly.
I said, and you're even part of an even smaller group of people that are of the original group that are still in the mix. And I said, so that's why whenever she started doing OC again this year, I was look, it's going to be shitty at times. You're going to fucking hate it at times. But when that happens, just take a step back and be I'm part of something that most people in the world will never get a chance to experience. And that's so special. And then I think too, with Bravo, with Nene being back in the picture and like, now we know that you're back for season 15. And exactly. Vicky's back. I really think that nostalgia is something that's of value and meaningful to the network. And it's just, it's special to be a part of something like that. So I'm proud of you and proud of all the other ladies. And thank y'all for making all this stuff for us. It's going to be awesome.
Season 15.
Hey, we need you. You're going to be filming, before we know it. And I can't wait to see everything coming from that. And you know what? Just at the end of the day, all you can do is go there and make a show that you're proud of. So you go and you have fun, and it's none of your business what everybody else, it's not your problem what they bring to the table. You do you,
Yeah. And that's what I want to do. Yeah. So I'm excited about season 15. Can't wait.
I love it. Well, we have so many good announcements coming from Tree in this episode. We have Jersey coming up later this year, Ultimate Girls Trip coming up later this year. Basically, what I'm saying is we have no shortage of Teresa coming up, people, and thank God, because we don't want one, All right, Teresa, well, I love you, hon, and make sure y'all go follow Teresa, keep up with her and all her daughters, and be sure you listen to her podcast, Turning the Tables with Teresa Giudice, over at RHOGT Media, and we will be back here next week, same time, same place.